welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, and for those that are new here, my name is Kukoyo Tomisi. I film about faith, I film about relationship, and I film about lifestyle as well. So welcome everybody to today's video, sharing my second point of view to you guys. So this one too is video worded. Permit me to use that word because okay, this guy too is actually worded and he's very intelligent. So his name is Joshua Oladipo. So he said that God can indeed say that God can indeed say that to the person, or God can lead you to a person, but that approach doesn't make sense, especially when you're meeting the lady for the first time, and especially when there's not even like a prior relationship before, or you're meeting the lady for the first time, and maybe you're not even getting a green light from the lady, and you now went to meet her. Like God said, it doesn't make sense. It's not wise. Yeah, I know, and he gave an example, or he gave an illustration of looking at Adam, and said that God did not tell Adam that Eve is your wife. If we literally said our Bible very well, God did not tell Adam that Eve is your wife. God said that it's not good for Adam to be alone, and God said I would give him an helpmate. And when God now created Eve, when God created Eve, God placed Eve in the garden. He didn't tell Adam that take her, she's your wife. He didn't tell her that you must marry her. He didn't tell God Adam that take her by force. Sorry, he didn't tell her that this is your wife, basically. But Adam was the one that, Adam, when he woke up, Adam could have decided that he wants to, that it might have, Adam could have decided that if it is fellow housemates, he can decide that if it's like, oh, my friend. But Adam made that decision of Eve being his wife. He made that decision. God did not tell him that take her, she's your wife. Do you get? So Adam was the one that made the decision. God didn't make that decision for Adam. He made the decision of taking Eve as his wife. So sometimes, one thing he said, like God, for me, God will not force his will on us. He can only give us options, and that's why God has created us. He has given us the freedom of choices, and that's why he will advise us. He can, like what Joshua said. He said that God, okay, he said there's also a place of man choices, and he said that it is also a place of man choice, and he said that God will always give us options. And but when somebody says God says you're my unique or whatever, God doesn't choose for us. And that's why God can prescribe somebody for you. He can prescribe somebody for you, but he won't tell you that you must marry that person. Do you understand? As I said, yes, he made us, we have this freedom of choice. And that's why we as children of God, when we want to make our choices, we should make our choices according to the prescription that God has given us, according to the will of God. And I think there was somebody that said one time that it's not everybody that obeys, that aligns to the will of God, especially when it comes to marriage. So it's not everybody that wants the person that God is prescribing for them. So every man has their own choice to make. But as children of God, we should make our choice according to the will of God, according to the person, or according to what God has prescribed for us. Then he says something that then we make our choices based on God's prescription. God is not an author of confusion. Let me pause more. I say something. We have guys that they've told like 5 sisters in the church that God said you're my wife. Mr. Man, this is well. Oh. So if God is leading you to someone, it should be mutual. There has to be a power relationship. So this I can advise to the guys. Even if God is telling you that this lady is your own, then you need to create a relationship with this person. Be a friend. Try to be a friend. Make her comfortable around you. Let her be vulnerable to you. Just be close. Be a friend before you now release such information. Do you get? So that is not like for you to now go. You don't know this lady before. You're not gonna meet her. God said you're my wife. It's not wise, basically. So even if God is telling you, the first thing you should do, guys, listen. My husband, my baby, are you listening? Don't come and tell me down. Listen, my baby. She said that. Even if God is telling you, the first thing you should do is get to know the person. Such thing, so try to know the person so that you won't end up getting embarrassed. Because I know that some guys have been embarrassed as a result of this. So, like, guys, I hope you learned something. So, before, even if God is telling you, and you're sure that God is telling you that she's the one, before you tell her, release such information, be her friend, try to recreate a relationship with her. Another thing, like for the ladies, when you get statements like that, see, you don't have to slap the guy, you don't have to beat, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to insult him. What you just have to do is that you yourself, as ladies, you need to know exactly what you want. So that because as a lady, if you don't know what you want, everything that comes away would look like it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have like okay, if you don't necessarily have like a template, let's say a template, like you don't necessarily know what you are looking for in a man, anything that comes would look like it. So if you know that you just this kind of person, it's like when you know exactly what you're looking for, when a random guy just tells you that God said, you would know if you would literally know that I was to show me by a guy told me that God said I'm this wife. And I'm like, guy, you're not. Like I literally know that he cannot be the one. Do you get? So as ladies, according to the will of God, know what you want in a man. So know the kind of person God wants for you. Know what you want. Write it down so that anything, whatever it is, nonsense will not look like it. Do you get? And when you get such things, pray. Get your own conviction too. Don't just go and say because he said God said. That means he probably must have heard. Let me to say yes. Then like hear God yourself. Get your own personal conviction too. Ladies, get your own personal convictions because marriage is a journey of no return. And you need to be careful of the decision, like really be led by God. Let God lead you. Do you understand? And I really appreciate my friends for that opinion. Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for sharing your view with me and every other person, because I'm sure I actually learned though. I learned from the end of today's video, guys. And thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much. I love you. Yes, I love you. Like, thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, like, share, please. I'm begging. Like, I'm begging. Thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. And once again, I want to say thank you to Marvelous. I want to say thank you to Joshua. Thank you, guys. I love you guys so much. And thank you too for watching this video. Yeah, I appreciate you. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye. Love you. Catch it.